Yo, what's up everyone? Today, we're diving into a topic that's got a lot of people fired up. Muslims and meat. Now I know what you're thinking. Don't Muslims eat meat? Like, a lot of meat? And yeah, you're not wrong. But there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, or the stomach for that matter. See, the relationship between Muslims and meat is often misunderstood. Some folks out there think it's mandatory for Muslims to be carnivores, like it's some kind of religious obligation. But trust me, it's not that simple. There's a whole lot of nuance and context that gets lost in translation. So, let's break it down, shall we? We're gonna unpack the myths, the facts, and everything in between. We'll talk about what the Quran says, what science tells us, and yeah, we'll even throw in some historical perspectives for good measure. By the end of this, you'll have a whole new understanding of why Muslims eat what they eat. Get ready to expand your minds, and maybe even your palates. Let's go. First things first. Let's clear up a big misconception. Being Muslim doesn't automatically make you a meat lover. It's totally cool to be a vegetarian and still be down with Islam. No judgment here, fam. Islam is all about balance and compassion. And when it comes to food, there's room for everyone at the table. Whether you're all about that plant-based life, or you like to indulge in some halal meat every now and then. The key thing to remember is that Islam emphasizes ethical consumption. That means being mindful of where your food comes from, how it's treated, and how it impacts the world around you. So, whether you're a vegetarian, a vegan, or a meat eater, as long as you're making conscious choices and respecting the principles of halal, you're good to go. Now, let's talk about what the Quran actually says about all this. All right, time to hit the holy book. The Quran, our main man, actually permits eating meat. It's true. But hold up. There's a catch, because there's always a catch, right? The Quran lays down some ground rules for meat consumption. It's all about that halal life, which basically means permissible. Halal meat comes from animals that have been treated humanely and slaughtered according to Islamic guidelines. No factory farming, no unnecessary suffering. We're talking ethical treatment from start to finish. Now, I know what you're thinking. Salman, is that really possible in today's world? It's a valid question. The meat industry can be a shady place, and finding truly halal meat can be a challenge. But that's a whole other episode, my friends. The point is, the Quran doesn't just give us a free pass to go ham, pun intended, on meat. It's all about balance, respect, and making conscious choices. Section 4. The meat of the matter. Nutritional benefits and anatomical evidence. Okay, let's talk science for a minute. Meat, when sourced responsibly, can be a good source of protein, iron, and other essential nutrients. Our bodies need these nutrients to function properly, and for some people, meat can be an important part of a healthy diet. And check this out. Our anatomy actually supports the idea that we're designed to be omnivores. We got these sharp teeth for tearing, those flat molars for grinding, and our digestive systems are built to handle both plant and animal matter. It's like we're the Swiss Army knives of the animal kingdom. But here's the thing. Just because we can eat meat doesn't mean we have to. Humans are incredibly adaptable, and we can thrive on a variety of diets. Section 5. Beyond the plate. Respecting dietary choices and the circle of life. Now, I know some folks out there are thinking, but what about the animals, Salman? Don't they have feelings too? And you know what? You're absolutely right. Every living being deserves our respect and compassion, whether they're covered in fur, feathers, or leaves. Some people argue that plants feel pain too. And while plants don't experience pain in the same way that animals do, they're still living organisms that deserve our respect. The truth is, life feeds on life. It's the circle of nature, my friends, but that doesn't mean we should be reckless about it. We have a responsibility to minimize suffering and to be mindful of the impact of our choices. Section 6. Finding balance. Economic and ethical considerations. Let's be real. Food isn't just about nutrition and ethics. It's also about economics and accessibility. Meat can be expensive, and for some communities, it's simply not a realistic option. And that's okay. We gotta work with what we got. The bottom line is this. Whether you're a meat eater, a vegetarian, or somewhere in between, the most important thing is to be respectful of other people's choices. Let's create a world where we can all break bread together, regardless of what's on our plates. Peace out.